for a special live demo of our new noodle machine, Richmen Gold. We're broadcasting again from our headquarters, Yamato Manufacturing, Kagawa, Japan. And we're talking about Richmond Gold machine, and we are excited to introduce you guys to this machine today. And first, I wanna talk about like three benefits, like three things, features that this machine would may bring to you. And then let me go through some slides, but and then wanna actually show you guys how this machine works. Okay, so let me briefly go through some slides first. So this Richmond Gold, it's a relatively new machine that we have, and it's all-in-one noodle machine that produces up to 150 servings of fresh noodles in 1 hour from scratch. And this Richmond Gold machine, gives you peace of mind by freeing you from many things you don't have to worry about in noodle making. And so I just want to talk about like three features this piece of equipment provides you with, and we'll demonstrate how this machine actually works. So first, you have, you need like no experience for to start making your own craft noodles on this machine. Second, it frees you up to spending time on what really needs your creative work, and you can start small and grow big. And with just a space that's as small as your probably a single bedroom. So first, you need to have no experience to start making your own craft noodles on this machine. No experience at all. All you have to do is just dig in. So because of the ease of use, 2D control panels, well, built-in instruction, you can just start making your own craft noodles that are actually very good, even better than any of the noodles you've tried before. Second, this machine frees you up from all the activities that would otherwise take your mind away. By automating some of the manual work, the machine gives you freedom and allows you to disengage from unnecessary work and focus your mind on more important stuff. So the functionalities that let anyone do without much of noodle making experience be a noodle master. So we're gonna talk about some of the features that this machine bring you, and so you can save your creativity and minds on, and then use them on what really matters, such as construction of recipes. Third, you can start small and grow big with this machine. You can operate it by yourself, one person, and the minimum required space for operation is just about 2.8 square meters or 8.6 square feet. Even if you include other stuff, like you may need sink, fridge, storage for ingredients, etc., you probably need a space as small as the size of a small bedroom. So with a Richmond Gold machine, you can start small but grow big just by using your creativity and manifesting your own craft noodles into reality. So now let us show you Richmond Gold in person. And we're gonna go walk you through some of the features that make this piece of equipment the Richmond Gold from the beginning of the noodle production to the end. Okay, so this is a Richmond Gold machine, and so we're gonna walk you guys through how this machine works from the beginning of production to the end. And this piece of machine is actually now available in North America and elsewhere in the world. But we're still in the process of getting it certified or CE mark, which is required for EU countries. Yeah, but we are this close, right? This close to getting it certified. So we expected it to be available probably sometime next month, sometime May. So please, for those of you who are interested in using this machine in EU countries, please stay tuned. All right, so let's get started. And so So we are making today we are making like famous, probably one of the most famous ramen noodles. That's like some like typically called like Hakata style noodles, or like low hydration noodles. This machine. So this is a flour and all like solid ingredients. Um, Egg white, gluten. For those of you who are interested in the recipe, please check back our recording for the previous class that we did on the low hydration noodles. So the mixer, right? So this is a 10 kilograms mixer that processes up to 10 kilograms of flour at a time with the liquid or water added on top of it. Maximum amount of dough we are getting out of one batch is like about 14 kilograms at 40% hydration. The minimum amount you can start from is 4 kilograms of solids. This machine mixes at 75 rotations per minute, which is an optimal rotational speed to create an ideal condition for noodle dough. So we have to, of course, like dissolve all the ingredients into the water, right, to make this solution. And this is a low hydration noodle, so it's the hydration ratio is about like 28% for this particular batch, which is like really low in hydration, which makes this dough like really hard. And so you have to have like really strong roller unit to be able to like process this type of noodles. And so she's adding the water, right? Leads the solution, right, to the mixing lid. You may be able to like notice that like there are some holes, right? There are some small holes, and through these holes, this water liquid is dripping through to the to be added to the flour solid, right? So like this system allows for good hydration of the dough, which is prerequisite for ideal condition of noodle dough. So this is an important feature, this mixer unit, and because this mixing time for this type of noodles like is relatively long, takes about like 15 minutes. So it's we don't want to waste you guys time like just watching the mixing to be done, right? So we'll go ahead and start the rolling process. Good thing that like she prepared the dough like in advance. And so this is a roller unit. This is probably the most outstanding feature of this machine. And so she places the dough right on this unit. And then roller unit like that has like two big rollers that allow us to sheet noodle dough that's like as hard as the one that's we are making now. Though that's as low in hydration as like Hakata style noodles, or like 25, like 30% in hydration. This type of noodle is like very dry, requires a durable roller unit to sustain the resistant pressures over time. So if we make this type of noodles like on a noodle machine, such as like pasta machine, the roller unit will probably break, right? So that roller unit on Richmond Gold is very solid and durable. And so once you put the dough on the conveyor, like it does the rest. You don't have to feed the dough manually. It has an automatic dough feeder with sensors that detect the amount of dough being fed to control the speed of feeding. And it also has one of the most advanced safety features on the noodle machine. See, like, so there's no physical barrier that prevent your hands to going into the roller, right? Which is like one of the most frequently occurrences of injuries of commercial noodle machine. Any object that pass through the lines get detected, like causing the machine to stop. And so the dough, she like comes from the side, right? And then like just a bit of help, like with the hand, we can wind it onto rolling pin and to start automatic winding. So once the dough sheet gets wound up, like we can slide it back and along the rails and start the next process. So the mixer stops like after after you like the time is over, time's up, like on the timer you set like in the control panel, and then we set the timer to like 4 minutes first, and then we add the rest of the water, right? And then mix it for 11 more minutes. So she didn't have to like lift the dough up and to move it back to the position, right? And to start the next process, she just had to like just slide it over, right, with the rail. So she can save up like energy to, well, like she doesn't have to like do the heavy lifting job. So with this like ergonomic design, your workers can save their energy for other tasks. And also like rolling pins are made of plastic and very light. And so they're very clean, and then like they can be like free of bacteria and everything. It's very food grade and everything. So and then next process like she's doing is the what we call like combining process. So by separating the dough into two sheets and then compounding them like into one sheet, where we are making the dough firm, making dough firm, like it's stronger. So as you can see, like you just once you set this up, like just the machine does the rest of the process like automatically. So you don't have to engage it. You don't have to be engaged in the work, right? So like you can just you're free to do like whatever you wanna be doing. So she's going to second combining process. So we usually do this combining process like once or twice, depending on the recipe or the type of noodles we are making. So the control panel, it's a touchable control panel, makes most noodle making activities like the noodle machine visible, and we can control the time and speed of mixing, the speed of they calculate like how much water is needed for our noodle hydration, etc. So you can just see like what's going on with this machine and visibly understand them on the control panel. Okay, so after second combine process, all we have to do is just thin it, thin the dough to the final thickness. So as you maybe like notice, we can do the rolling process and the mixing process like simultaneously. Of course, like there are like separate motors driving these units, so you can mix some batch like in the mixer, like in mixer unit, and then work on the another batch of noodles on the rolling unit. So you can do both of the process like the same time. Okay, so time to start cutting it, and uh, sorry, we'll do another round of like cheating, but like we yeah, like we just wanted to show you the dusting function. Dusting function, like for this type of noodle, like we don't really have to like dust because it's just like dry enough. But just wanted to show you how this machine can automatically dust the dough. And so this is an automatic duster, and you can actually adjust the dusting volume as well. So it just starts like dusting like from the rear of the conveyor, and then starts dusting from rear conveyor, and then as the conveyor belt like moves up like forward, and like so that all this area like conveyor belt like adjusted well until this the tip of the beginning of the dough sheet, which is the part of the conveyor belt like that, that's been dusted. That's how this dusting process works. And yeah, and then like as I said, like you can change the dusting volume. Basically, like the wetter the dough, the more you should dust. So you can change the adjust the like dusting volume just like by touching the knob, the volume. Okay, so we we need to measure the actual thickness of the dough all the time because even though like we set the roller cap, the actual thickness of dough like always gets bigger than the roller cap we set. Like it just bounces back. So we always need to measure the actual thickness before we start cutting it. And this is the kind of cutter we use for this kind of machine, and that's number 26. That's about like 1.2 millimeter in width. So we set the cutter in, and yeah, so that's how we start like cutting the noodles and put the cutter in the place, and then start cutting. And then like this machine is equipped with a powerful cutting mechanism that allows us to cut such noodles as like aiki noodles or like thick noodles. Thickness is larger than width, and also this and as like we start cutting, and so how this gets cut is that like gonna feed that dough into the cutter, and it's not necessary to like dust like this type of like noodle like because it's drying out, but like just to show you how we dust on the noodles. We set that automatic duster like mounted on the top of the thing, right? And then gonna feed the dough into the cutter, and it starts cutting like kind of like slitting, and then noodles coming out, and so the length of noodle like which determines the serving size is more consistent even when like we stop or pause this machine in the middle of cutting, and each serving of noodles like we make sure come out like in the same serving size with a little discrepancy. And of course like you can change the serving size easily like with the like just a touch of volume, and we can make it longer for bigger serving size. We can make it shorter for a small serving size. It's very easy to do it like just the touch of knob. And great thing about this machine is like when we are cutting, right? When we're cutting, go to the height where we catch the noodles. It's relatively like set at high, right? And then so our noodles like are more visible, right? And then like our customers can see them um, more clearly, like right, like more visible, right? It's like our noodles like more like it makes our noodles more visible like and entertaining to our customers. And I'm sure like our customers like be like curious to see like how our craft noodles are made from scratch. So we can we can show more about like noodle production to our customers, this machine. And I think like this is like really, really big feature of this machine. And that fact itself like just adds great value to using this machine. And of course, like if you're used to like catching the noodles like in time, right? And the used to the speed, right? You can speed up the like cutting process, and yeah, just make the production time faster. So that's how we can make um, this low hydration noodles from scratch. But like you can definitely make variety of noodles, craft noodles from scratch. Like just creativity is the limit. Your what you can do with the machine, like your noodle recipes. So let the product, let the machine do the production work, and then like you can just focus more on kind of creativity part of your work, noodle production, like work on your recipes more, and then yeah, and then like we get- we'll want to like show you guys how the those coming now like mixer. So that's a beautiful dough. There's like low hydration ratio noodle dough, and it's almost like powder, right? It's almost powder, but like it's very clean. Very well hydrated. Like well hydrated means that like it's the amount of like water that's like distributed throughout the dough, the powder is like very even, and so the balance, right? And yeah, and then like by pushing the two buttons simultaneously, you can reverse rotate the blades. That's another safety feature. Like you have to push the button with your both hands at the same time to be able like get it rotate. So that's another safety feature. And these machines are supposed to be like operated by one person. So there's no danger there. And so you can take out the dough, and so if you're doing like a full batch, that total weight would be like 13 kilograms to like 14 kilograms. But but you can tilt the body down to get the dough out. And this machine comes with like a smaller dough containers, and then you can divide this dough into like small containers so that each load is like a lot lighter, and so we don't have to do like heavy lifting. Okay, so that's Richmond Gold machine, and look at this room, right, where we operate this Richmond Gold machine to make like these noodles. It's like really tiny space. Like I'm sure like your bedroom is like a lot bigger than this space room, and so you can definitely start your own micro noodle factory business. Um, from a place that's like as small as this room, right? Um, then you can start small, you can start really small and grow into bigger business with this machine, Richmond Gold. So yes, so this machine is like available like elsewhere in the world, and but like except for EU countries where like CE mark is required, and which we're working hard to get it certified, and like we should be able like expect it to get it in a month or so. So please for those who are interested in like using it, like in EU countries, please contact us, like send us the your interest, contact form, website, and we can keep you guys posted on the news. And if you're interested in like getting like brochures, like more information on Richmond Gold machine, um, yes, please fill out the contact form and like submit, and we'll be more than happy to like send you guys the brochures, more information, and then keep you updated on the like news on the Richmond Gold, and then as well as like some of the like free online courses that we've been doing like every week, and so that's it. So like thank you so much for joining us for the live event, and we hope to see you guys in next event. All right. So thank you very much. Bye bye.